Hey there hunters, Lord here, back with another Monster Hunter Wilds video. Today, Capcom has tweeted out some incredible information about Title Update 4, so I won't waste your time at all. Let's go ahead and jump straight into what we can expect coming in December. So up first, they dropped 5 different pieces of info. Up first, we of course have Gogmazios. You're going to need to be Hunter rank 100 or higher. We also now know, just like in the previous games that Gogmazios was in, he will have both a fire weakness and a dragon weakness. It looks like we'll need to bring fire weapons in order to soften up the oil covering Gogmazios' body in order to expose his dragon weakness. This again will play great with the 2 weapon system that we have here in Monster Hunter Wilds. There's not been a ton of reason to need to use it previously, but it looks like it will be almost a forced mechanic here in the Gogmazios hunt, which I don't mind overall. Again, it includes a mechanic that is pretty interesting that doesn't get a ton of love relative to the monsters we currently have in the game, so I'm pretty excited about this one. Again, you're going to need to be Hunter rank 100 plus to take on Gogmazios. The next little piece of information is that the event quests, which yield Artian materials, which are the King of a Faraway Sky and Masterless Claws, will become permanently available and will be buffed, so it'll just be a little bit easier to get Artian weapons overall. Pretty nice change, but not a huge deal, as most of us who have been playing for the last 8 or so months probably have most of our Artian weapons done right now, but we do know that there may be some more stuff coming to Artians later, so having a permanent guaranteed buffed farm for this is pretty nice overall. The third piece of info that we have from them is the one I'm the most excited about, is a new process called Transcending, where you can make your armor even stronger than before. You will also need to be Hunter rank 100 plus in order to transcend your armor. This raises the limits imposed on armor sphere upgrades. It enhances the decoration slots on rarity 5 and 6 armors, which will hopefully help boost them overall in the end game sets. So hopefully we should have a bunch of new Transcended armor that can help us bolster our current end game sets. They're also making armor spheres easier to obtain. By buffing a bunch of the quests overall, permanent event quests will be added for heavy armor spheres, and they're going to increase the overall amount of armor spheres you gain from our limited bounties, which is very, very nice. There's also going to be some smelting adjustments where monster parts that aren't used as much for smelting for your Artian or calcites and your armor spheres are going to get increased points, so it'll be a little bit easier to smelt up more armor spheres. This is a huge thing because realistically right now, outside of RNG talismans, the real grind is getting those armor spheres to max out your armor. And the final piece of info that they have currently tweeted out for Title Update 4 is that 9 Star Rathalos will now appear in certain locales. You can use it to create quests, and they will also be buffing some weapon types in Title Update 4. They said they would be implementing balance changes, notably buffs, so hopefully we don't get any nerfs, but just overall upward adjustments of some of those lesser used or slightly weaker weapons. They also mentioned that they'll be dropping some more information on Title Update 4 in the near future. We're a little bit more than a month away right now, so I expect to be seeing some really interesting stuff coming through. Super excited about Title Update 4 finally getting an expansion on the endgame besides just RNG charms. Being able to transcend our armor is definitely one thing I am the most excited for. Again, we have so many armor pieces that we just don't use in favor of the 3-piece AT, 2-piece Fulgur, 4-piece Gore, 2-piece Gore, etc. We've been using pretty much the same rough combination of sets for the past 5 to 8 months overall, so it'll be nice to hopefully see some of those lesser used lower rarity parts kind of make their way into some of our sets. We'll definitely be testing that on the channel, so of course make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on going over all of this when December 16th does roll around. Now for the Transcending, the thing that they showed was the Cut Coup Helm Beta, going from a level 2 and a level 1 slot up to a level 3, level 2, and level 1 slot. Now, getting more armor slots overall is very nice. We already have quite a bit of skills that we fit into most of our sets, and so only continuing to further that, one, has me really excited because more skills is always better. It's always more fun. It allows you to change it on a per hunt basis to fit whatever you may need, whether that's fire resistance or stun resistance or something like that. Being able to toss those in alongside our already existing damage skills is really nice. And sometimes with a lot of these sets, we're missing out on some of those level 1 decoration slots. So some of these lower tier armor pieces getting upgraded will mean a lot of good things for our sets as a whole. The second part of this though is it has me a little scared for what the G rank or master rank expansion is going to look like. Our skill list is already pretty ridiculous when you have a fully maxed out set. so I can't even imagine how many pages of sets and decorations we're going to have to filter through when we come to Master Rank. But of course, that is a ways away right now, but it's just something I always think about and I found interesting. Now, here's the part of the video where I'm going to be talking about some of the leaked data overall. Now, we can't say for certain that this is real, so take it all with a grain of salt, but if you want to avoid any spoilers or anything like that, this is your chance to click away. We're not going to talk about much else as far as Title Update 4 goes outside of these potential leaks, so here's your warning. The main big point here with these leaks is that Gogmazios will be dropping special materials which will allow the augmentation of Artian weapons, which supposedly will allow them to gain a random group and set bonus. So it's more likely that it's going to count your Artian as one piece of that set bonus. So if you rolled, Lord Soul on your Artian bonus, you only might need 2 pieces of Lord Soul armor, so 2 pieces of Gamma armor, which opens us up to, again, a lot more options. If this actually comes to fruition, this could be insane again for our sets. We're gaining the likelihood of a ton of possible extra slots. I mean, the Rarity 5 and 6 armors gaining extra slots opens up things like Fulgur Anjanath, Rathalos, Mizutsune, Ebony Adogaron armor being boosted, and we already do use a few of those pieces here and there, especially Fulgur for like Spread 3 or Ebony Adogaron armor for your gun lances. Mizu has its uses, of course, has some pretty interesting pieces, the legs notably. So getting extra slots on these pieces that we do already see a little bit of usage out of, as well as being able to get a single part, likely a single part, I should say, of a set bonus on our Artian weapons will just really, kind of tear open the meta here. Very, very interesting. There's going to be a ton of potential overall for this one. Again, this is a leak, so take it with a grain of salt. May or may not come to fruition, may or may not come in a later update or something like that. But overall, we're looking at a lot of excitement here in Title Update 4. I think this is going to be the best update we've had here in Monster Hunter Wilds. So, of course, my recommendation is going to be farm your charms now, because you're going to want to have your best charms before this Transcending comes out and you can max out your armor, because, man, the set combinations are going to be absolutely insane. Again, keep an eye on the channel when Title Update 4 comes out. We're going to have a ton of great stuff for you guys. We're going to be going over the Transcending in depth. I'm super excited about this update. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you're new here, like this kind of content, looking forward to Monster Hunter sets and Title Update 4, then be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Both of those things are completely free. If you feel like other hunters should be seeing this video and you're watching on your mobile device, you can swipe over from the comments and hype up the video. It's a relatively new feature that YouTube has added to allow smaller creators to be slightly boosted in the algorithm. So again, if you think other hunters should be seeing this kind of video, be sure to head down there and hype it up. With all that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I wish you all a good day and happy hunting.